Stevenson High School. Post Newsweek Cable presents the IHSA first round playoffs. Today, the Deerfield Warriors with an 9-0 record against the Stevenson Patriots with a 6-3 record. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Barry Axelrod along with Tom Sheridan. A beautiful day for football and playoff fever. Something not new to the Deerfield Warriors, of course. They've been in it almost every year since 1974. But the first time for the Stevenson Patriots, Deerfield's neighbors just to the northwest. Exciting. Both bands are on the field. We have a capacity crowd. They're lined up along the far sidelines on the visitor side, and a wonderful crowd here for the home folks from Stevenson. And the Deerfield Warriors with a 9-0 record after their stunning victory against Glenbrook South 31-14 last week, and actually last Saturday. And they're as anxious to go as anyone else. And, of course, Stevenson being in the playoffs for the first time, they're anxious to get into this game and get going. And, Tom, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
Well, we'll start first with Stevenson High School. Dave Belzer will be at left end. He wears jersey number 1. Left tackle, number 70, Scott Leonard. At left guard, number 60, Scott Heinzinger. At center, David Detch, number 55. At right guard, Stan Slewinski, number 61. At right tackle, Matt Legrand, number 58. And at tight end on the right, Glenn Basco, number 88. In the backfield, it'll be Byron Cross, number 3 at the wide receiver. Ryan Weinberg at halfback, wearing number 21. At fullback, Cliff King, number 44. And at quarterback, Craig Robertshaw, number 10. And starting for the Deerfield Warriors at left end, Carl Slosher, number 86. Left tackle, Steve Walton, number 71. Left guard, Rob Balder, number 55. At center, John Kleiman, number 51. At right guard, Alex Adams, number 72. At right tackle, Lindsey Knapp, number 79. At tight end on the right, Jeremy Hoffman, number 87. And in the backfield, wide receiver, number 25, Michael Murray. At halfback, Billy Kirsten, number 43. At fullback, number 31, Jay Frine. At quarterback, Andy Johnson, number 10.
David Klosky set the kick off. One man deep for Stevenson.
And here's the kick, getting the playoff games underway. It hits at the 20 and it's picked up at the 14. Starting to head towards the center of the field, and they get up to about the 23 before being tackled. A run back by Pat Catacon, number 34 for Stevenson High School. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. So Stevenson receiving the opening kickoff from the Deerfield Warriors will have it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this field is in just beautiful shape. Gorgeous field here. It's had a lot of wet weather, but his field is in super shape.
Wide receivers both left and right, and a quick pass that bounces off the hands of Deerfield's Ed Williams.
And Williams, a little bit concerned, a little bit upset with himself on that one. And he had himself an interception with a lot of room to move. Be the first pass for Stevenson, and they're trying to set the tone early.
So Craig Robertshaw at the quarterback slot, same position, I formation, 2 wide receivers. This time in the backfield, lots of time, gets a pass off, and it's going to be complete inside the 40, and he's outside and around the 45-yard line. It was completed to number 88, which is Glenn Basco at the right end. So Stevenson will pick up a first down and move the ball up to the 42-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10.
That's a pickup of 19 yards. And Deerfield's going to have to watch that. They haven't had a lot of people test their secondary this year.
Back to pass again, and rolling around the left side, decides to keep it. Got some running rooms in Deerfield territory, down to about the 30 before he gets knocked out of bounds. So this time it's the quarterback, Craig Robertshaw, who keeps it and picks up his own first down. That'll be the second first down in this series. This time it comes on rushing. And so the Stevenson team is fired up for this ball game this afternoon.
They sure are. 2 big plays and big gains, and the ball's in their favor.
A quick whistle and a flag on the play. They had two wide receivers out to the right-hand side. It's going to be against Deerfield. They started that series at about the 29-yard line. And now they will mark off 5 yards against Deerfield in penalties.
Well, if your job is to get the momentum early and score on Deerfield, Stevenson's just doing everything right. 2 big gains, one on a pass, one on a nice run by the quarterback, and then a penalty.
This time they're moving from the Deerfield 24. Crenshaw on a handoff that comes into the center of the line. Picks up about 5 yards before being brought down. Moves it up to the just inside the 20-yard line. It'll be short by about a yard.
A lot of excitement here. It's playoff time. And you can just bet that Stevenson would love nothing better than to knock Deerfield out of the playoffs.
So it'll be second down. Wide receiver to the right-hand side. Crenshaw's back to pass. He's got some time, gets his pass off, and it's going to be short. It was intended for number 3, which is Byron Cross, 6 feet and 160 pounds, and that'll bring up third down.
And that chance that Deerfield had on the first play for an interception looms very big right now, as you have a 3rd and 1 situation.
Belzer split out wide to the right. Cross is split out wide to the right. Robert Shaw and a handoff coming through the center of the line. Will pick up the first down. Ball being carried by Cliff King, number 44. He's 6'1" and 185 pounds. And that is another Stevenson first down here this afternoon. 2 of them by rushing and 1 by passing. So it's 1st and 10. The ball moving from the 15-yard line. A running play again through the center. And a short yardage gain for Cliff King.
Now he's down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of another 5 yards. And Stevenson just moving the ball any way they want to.
Tyrone Oliver is split out wide to the right along with Byron Cross. Robert Shaw pitches behind him. A roll around the right-hand side. And he's going to be tackled down at about the 7-yard line as the ball was being carried by Stevenson's Ryan Weinberg, who's 5'9" and 170 pounds. So to bring up third down, they'll be short by about 2 yards. Ball will be spotted at the 7-yard line. So Stevenson receiving this opening kickoff is deep in Deerfield territory, threatening to score.
And this is a big play for the Deerfield defense right here.
On third down. T formation in the backfield. Tight. Trying to come through the right tackle spot. They'll get inside the 5.
And I believe he's going to have a first down.
I think he is also. The ball was being carried by number 46, Chris Holder. And they'll be spotting the ball down at the 4-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for Stevenson. They've had 4 first downs here in this series, which started back at the 23-yard line on the opening kickoff for Deerfield. T formation again, everybody's in tight. Robert Shaw calling the signals. Coming off of right end, going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. Ball was handed off this time to number 46, Chris Holder. And that'll bring up second down. Ball will be spotted at the 3. 7:55 to go in the first quarter. Stevenson threatening to score. No score yet.
And Stevenson's just doing exactly the kind of game that Deerfield does.
T formation. Robert Shaw rolls around to his left-hand side, looks for a man in the end zone. I'm not sure if that's going to be called as an incomplete pass. He had to bend over for it. And apparently officials said it was incomplete. So an incomplete pass intended for Glenn Basco. And that'll bring up third down, still moving from that 3-yard line.
And Robert Shaw he could have walked into the end zone if he'd have just run it in. There was no one on that side of the field. And Stevenson takes a timeout right now, and I don't understand why he threw it. There was just nobody there.
Well, I think he was sticking with the game plan. Deerfield did have one man, I think it was Marty Collins, who was coming up on him, and I think he felt that he would have been tackled at that point. So that stops the clock with 7:40 to go in the first quarter. No score. Stevenson down on the Deerfield 3-yard line, having received the opening kickoff from Deerfield, and they'd like to score.
And they've moved the ball really well.
They have picked up 3 first downs on rushing and 1 on passing. They've got a total of 4. We've seen a 5-yard penalty assessed against Deerfield.
And they started back at the 23-yard line. The first play from scrimmage, Eddie Williams had his hands on the ball, almost had an interception. But now Stevenson, 3rd and goal from the 2.
Robert Shaw calling the signals. It's a T formation. Handoff coming on the right tackle. I believe it should be on in. It is a Stevenson touchdown. That was Ryan Weinberg, number 21, who put it in. And so Stevenson goes on in first. Took him 77 yards. And about 12 plays to complete all of it. Going on the opening kickoff from Deerfield. And now they'll have the chance for the extra point conversion. It'll be Eric Mansholt, number 7, who will do the kicking, and the quarterback, Craig Robertshaw, will do the holding. Here's the kick. It's up. It'll be good. So Stevenson will lead. It's 7-0 here with 7:36 to go in the first quarter. We'll have more playoff action on Post Newsweek Cable TV.
It started here 35 years ago, just
back at Stevenson High School, where Stevenson now leads in this opening playoff game in the first quarter with 7:36 to go. They lead by 7-0. And Eric Mansholt will do the kickoff from the 40 at the north end. It's a good end-to-end over-end kick. It'll be taken by Kirsten. Kirsten is back around the 9-yard line. And he'll make it all the way up to about the 30-yard line. So Deerfield will start out with a better than average field position, 1st and 10.
And they need it. That's about the only way to put it. Deerfield needs that field position. They're down 7-0. This is the playoffs, and they're not used to being down 7-0, although there were 2 games against both Waukegan schools that they were down because of run back of kickoffs.
Slot man to the right side. Johnson on a handoff. Comes into the right tackle slot. He'll pick up about 2 yards and be stopped and thrown back. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll call it about a 2-yard gain.
It's Mike Engelhardt in the lineup, and he comes out of the lineup right now.
Climbing out of the huddle first at the center position. Slot man on the right-hand side. Twin set in the backfield, Johnson. Handoff to Kirsten. Kirsten around the right side will pick up a 1st down, still on his feet in Stevenson area, and pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. We'll see where they're going to mark it. It looks like about the 48. We'll see when they finally spot it down. So Deerfield will pick up their 1st down on a run by Kirsten. And the ball will be at the Stevenson 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Slot man to the right again. An open set in the backfield. Johnson. Handoff. And he gets caught right after the handoff. Murray was coming across from right to left, and Stevenson saw him and actually causes him to lose about a yard on the play. So that'll move it back to the 49-yard line.
Well, they saw that one coming. And Deerfield, I think, is going to have to stick to the outside.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 49. Same formation. Andy Johnson, the quarterback. Johnson on a handoff to Gassman through the center. Lots of running room. He'll pick up the 1st down and be down to about the 30-yard line. So Gassman picks up another Deerfield 1st down. That'll be 2 for them. moving them back to the 30. They started out at their own 30-yard line. Now they're to the Stevenson 30, 1st and 10. Murray will be slotted out to the right-hand side. Johnson calling the signals. Hand off to Kirsten. Kirsten sweeping around to the right. Pick up about 8 yards on the play. Be short by about 2 of the first down. And be down to about the Stevenson 22-yard line, looks like. We'll see where they finally spot it. I guess they're going to mark it on the 23.
Well, now Deerfield moving the ball very well on the ground. And they've eaten off about 2.5 minutes of the clock, using their typical style of rushing.
Same formation, twin set in the backfield, and Murray slotted to the right. Handoff. Comes into the center of the line. Really doesn't find any running room this time and gets thrown back. It's Gassman that they keyed on. So Tony Gassman, a senior this year and 5'11", 190 pounds, runs into a wall and brings up a 3rd down for Deerfield. Still moving from the 23-yard line of Stevenson. And they lead, Stevenson does, 7-0 in the first quarter with 5 minutes to go, just under that, 4.5 actually. Slot man between right guard and right tackle this time, and it's Murray who gets the handoff.
And it looks like Murray has a first down.
Murray will be inside the 20, and they're going to spot it at the 16-yard line, so that'll be, you're right, another Deerfield first down.
That's a pickup of 7 yards for Murray.
So Deerfield has moved from their own 30, picked up 3 first downs in the process. Slot man between right guard and right tackle in the form of Gassman. Murray gets the handoff. Be inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. So he'll pick up just about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5, moving from, looks like they've spotted it at about the 11. 3:45 to go, first quarter. Deerfield would like to score. They trail 7-0. Prine is slotted between right guard and right tackle. Johnson on the handoff to Kirsten, who goes out of bounds on the far side of the field, but he'll pick up a first down in the process. Looks like they're going to spot it inside the 5-yard line at about the 3. So it'll be 1st and goal for Deerfield. See where they finally set it down. Looks like the 3. So we'll call it from there.
Pickup of 8 yards for Bill Kirsten. And Deerfield keeping their momentum going.
Peter Jones at the right end slot. Johnson on a handoff to Kirsten. Kirsten, and there's a flag on the play. Gets down to about the 1-yard line. We'll see what they call this as to who it's against. Right down, almost right on the goal line is where the football is sitting at the moment. Officials conferring with each other. It's going to be against Stevenson.
They'll call it a touchdown.
I believe they're going to call it a touchdown for Deerfield.
So Kirsten with his first touchdown of the playoffs and his 24th touchdown of the year. Apparently he had the touchdown yardage made anyway. It was just a question of who the penalty was against.
So he's holding on to the face mask. And so now Matt Ombre will do the holding for Deerfield. David Plofsky will attempt the extra point. Waiting for the snap from John Kleiman at center. Here is the snap. Ombre holds it. The kick is up. Officials say it's good, so we have a tie ball game in the first quarter with 3:23 to go. It's 7 apiece, both Stevenson and Deerfield. On Post Newsweek Cable TV, we'll be back with more coverage of playoff action from Stevenson High School.
North Shore Bedding and Sealy have combined for our biggest truckload sale ever. Save 50 to 60% on all Sealy bedding, including...
Back at Stevenson High School, Tom Sheridan with Barry Axelrod, the IHSA playoffs, the first round game. Deerfield and Stevenson tied in the first quarter with 3:23 to go, and they will mark off 5 yards apparently against Stevenson for that penalty that occurred on the touchdown.
That scoring drive by Deerfield, 70 yards, 10 plays, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. And the Warriors are right back in it, as most folks didn't believe they'd be down by long.
Take it back, that's 15 yards. Incorrectly said 5, and Plofsky will kick it back deep. It's touched, and it goes into the end zone. And the officials will whistle it dead as Pat Katachon touched the ball as it went over the goal line. Tie ball game, 7 apiece. Stevenson and Deerfield. Here in the first quarter, Stevenson will have their second series of downs, having scored on the opening, not on the opening kickoff, but on their opening series of downs from the kickoff by Deerfield.
Well, the key now is to see where, if Robertshaw is going to continue to pass. He's passed 4 times, completed 1, but that 1 was good for 19 yards.
So starting from their own 20, it'll be first down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the right. Robertshaw is back to pass, rolling around to the right-hand side, gets his pass off, and it was behind David Belzer and almost closer to Michael Murray, the Deerfield defensive man.
And there was a little bit of tentativeness on the part of Robertshaw. Again, he could have picked up some yardage, started to move upfield, saw a man out, and threw the ball. I think he'd have picked up 7 or 8 yards if he'd have run the ball.
Yeah, he probably would have. He actually stopped and skidded briefly in the turf in order to set himself before he went over the line of scrimmage. 2 men split out wide to the right again. Robertshaw again back to pass. And his pass is going to be out of bounds. It was probably intended for Byron Cross, who was the closest man to it, but it was probably more than 5 yards away from him.
And good pursuit by Tony Gassman, coming up from the middle linebacker position.
That brings up third down, still at the 20-yard line. That stops the clock at 3:09 in the first quarter. Byron Cross will be split out wide to the right. Nobody else split out this time. Craig Robertshaw calling the signals. He's back to pass, gets one over the center. Matt Ombre was out there covering on number 88, Glenn Baskell.
And a lot of good pressure put on by the Warriors, which should now force the Patriots into a punt.
So they've moved nowhere, and they still rest at the 20-yard line on fourth down. Deerfield sends back Michael Murray, and also Bill Kirsten will be back, and short man will be Peter Jones.
A little bit of wind coming out of the south today. Doesn't appear to be that strong.
Ted Karras will do the punting. Gets his punt away from the 13. It's taken by Murray at about the 49 and brings it up inside the 40 to about the 38. So Deerfield will have it in Stevenson territory.
And it'll be good field position with 2:54 remaining.
It'll be Ted Karras who did the punting. Deerfield first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Kirsten with the ball, comes on up through the center of the field, makes it inside the 30-yard line and down to about the 28. And that should be, well, I don't think it's going to be a first down, but it's about a yard short of that.
Down at the 29-yard line, a pickup of 9 yards. Nice little delay pattern there for Kirsten.
Murray will be slotted to the right side, 2nd and 1. Moving from the 29 of Stevenson. Gassman gets the handoff. Should be a first down for him, but probably only picked up about 2 yards on the play. Looks like he may be down to about the 27. They're going to mark it at the 28.
Now it should be a first down.
Well, the officials are looking, and they
Yes,
say it is.
Officials just had to rear back and throw his hand out there.
Right. That'll be the 4th first down for the Warriors. Actually, the 5th first down for the Warriors, 4 of them on rushing. 1st and 10. Murray slotted to the right. Johnson is back to pass. Rolls to the far side of the field. Gets his pass off. It's going to be complete to Murray. Murray at about the 20. Gets down to about the 15 and is grabbed by number 87, Andy Liu.
Actually, he's not going to get that much yardage. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Back up at the, looks like at about the 23-yard line. So will not be a first down, but it's Johnson's first pass.
So he'll pick up about 5 yards on that pass. Murray will be slotted to the right side again. Right into the center of the line. They try and move it. Gassman gets up to about the 21-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. They'll be short by about 3 yards, so he should have picked up about 2. So 3rd down. Just about 3 yards to go. Ball is spotted at the Stevenson 21. Tie ball game with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7 points apiece. Johnson on a handoff to Kirsten. Comes off of left tackle. And he should be close to a first down. We'll see if they indicate that it is. He's inside the 20. They're going to mark it at about the 18, which is just about, the officials call a timeout. I think they're going to bring the chain in to measure it.
He should be real close. In fact, I think he's got it.
No, it looks like it's going to be short.
Well,
Short
the ball
by
was
inches.
about a half-inch longer.
Now that'll bring up 4th down in inches. Ball is just about the 18-yard line of Stevenson. And with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in a tie ball game, Deerfield would like to end the quarter with a touchdown.
Or at least a first down here.
At least a first down on this one at any rate. And they're going to go for it. Gassman is slotted between right guard and right tackle. Johnson on a handoff to Kirsten. Kirsten will pick up the first down and be down close to the Stevenson 10, might be the 11-yard line.
About a pickup of 7 yards for Bill Kirsten. He has 54 so far today.
Now they're finally going to spot it at the 12.
Well, we'll take one away from him then.
So 7
Make it
first
6 and 53 yards on the day.
7 first down so far for Deerfield in this game. It's 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 12. Johnson rolling around to the left-hand side this time. May go in, I believe. Johnson has got a touchdown. Johnson on a sweep around the left-hand side. Looked like he might pass, but they've done that in previous games, and Johnson just kept it and rolled on in for the Deerfield score. So they moved from the Stevenson 38-yard line on the punt from Stevenson after Stevenson had 4 downs and went nowhere, and moved on in for the touchdown with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Matt Ombre will hold. David Plofsky will do the kicking for Deerfield. The snap from John Kleiman at center. Kick is up, and Deerfield will lead it by the score of 14-7 with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The IHSA playoffs, Tom Sheridan with Barry Axelrod.
That scoring drive, 38 yards, 7 plays, 2 minutes and 1 second. And Deerfield has now gone out on top after being a little bit shocked, but not distraught over the opening drive by Stevenson. And Deerfield just moved the ball beautifully. In their 2 scoring drive, they've taken up 6 minutes and 20 seconds, so more than half a quarter to score 2 touchdowns. Actually, Deerfield in the past has been even more deliberate than that. They've taken 7-8 minutes to score 1 touchdown with those short little drives. So the Warriors are out in front right now, and I think maybe Coach Adams feeling just a little bit easier than he did a few moments ago, as David Plofsky will set to kick the kickoff. Deerfield moving from the south end to the north, And we do have a little bit of a breeze coming out of the south, but not anything that's going to be play a factor in this game.
From the south end of the field, Popsey's kick comes to the near side and hits at the 18 and goes out of bounds, and he'll be penalized and have to kick it again.
And the Stevenson player on that side of the field wisely let it go so they get another chance. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Kirsten leading the Deerfield rushers with 54 yards. Murray with 19 and Gassman with 23. And for Stevenson, Robert Shaw has 28 yards. He's the leading ball carrier there. And he is 1 for 7 in the passing department for 19 yards.
Back of the 35-yard line. Plofsky will try again. Here's the kick. It's end over end. Going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Byron Cross. Cross gets stopped once, shakes off a tackle, shakes off two more, and it'll be brought down at the 24-yard line of Stevenson. So Stevenson will have it from that point, 1st and 10. And 30 seconds remaining here, a little under that, down to still moving at 15 seconds now. They may not get this play off before the end of the first quarter. David Belzer will be split out wide to the right along with Byron Cross.
I don't know why they're taking so much time. They may need it later on.
A running play gets up to the 30 by Cliff King, number 44, and that will end the first quarter after he picks up about 5 yards on that running play, and they'll switch ends of the field. And we'll be back with the second quarter of action from Stevenson High School on Post Newsweek Cable TV.
When you want to eat out, relax and have fun, there's a place to find something for.
Back at Stevenson High School, start of the second quarter. Robert Shaw is back to pass, gets a long one off downfield. Going to be intercepted by Ed Williams.
And Williams had that ball all the way, and he picked it off. It was if the ball was thrown to Ed Williams. And Deerfield gets the second quarter off to quite a start, as the 8th pass by Stevenson is intercepted. Williams missed one earlier in the game. The Warriors will now take over. 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 34-yard line. Johnson has Schlosser split out to the left side. Slot man is Murray. Johnson rolling around to the left, being pursued. Throws over the middle of Peter Jones. Jones at the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Nice slant over the middle pass by Johnson. He knew exactly where Peter Jones was going to be.
Deerfield having a nice break here, moving from their own 34 and now into Stevenson territory at the 42.
Play covering 24 yards on a Deerfield first down. And slotted out to the right side is Murray. Johnson hands off to Gassman, going across the center of the line, maybe for 2 yards. That'll be a 2nd down and 10. Warriors getting a good break right there with that interception by Williams.
Robert Shaw, the quarterback, replaces Jim Neary on the Stevenson defense.
Another slot man to the left, twin set in the backfield. Johnson being pursued, throws, and incomplete, and a flag down intended for Mike Engelhart down at the 30-yard line. It'll be against the Warriors for holding, so it wouldn't have made any difference. So they'll do that down over, and Deerfield will be moved back a few. That'll be a big one against the Warriors. Johnson loves rolling around on that left side. And they'll mark the penalty off against the Warriors. Deerfield out in front, 14-7. And they have possession with 10:24 left in the first half as a result of an Ed Williams interception. That'll move the ball back to the 45-yard line of Deerfield. Costly penalty for the Warriors. Erasing some nice gains. Murray, the slot man, to the right side. Twin set in the backfield. Back goes Johnson. Has some time. Now he's being rushed. Throws it off in the flat to Kirsten. Kirsten with some running room. Kirsten across the line of scrimmage and maybe picks up 2 yards after all of that.
Well, Kirsten was certainly deep behind the line of scrimmage at that point by almost 7 yards when he received it. And as you said, Barry, they'll only pick up actually a couple of yards overall on the play and be back at their own 48 after getting as close as the 40-yard line in the Stevenson territory.
Murray slotted to the right side now, going with that same formation. 3rd and 21 for the Warriors. Johnson being rushed. Throws across field. Has Engelhardt. And he's going to be short of the first down. Pass completed at the 42-yard line. And he was hit immediately, and it looks like Engelhardt is down. I'm sorry, it was Jay Frine, not Mike Engelhardt.
The officials taking a timeout here for the injury to Deerfield.
They called him Engelhardt 2 or 3 times, and I don't know where we got that number from. But Jay Frine is now down at the 42-yard line.
Well, Engelhardt wears number 30, and Jay Frine alternates between 31 and 32. And Frine will walk off, hobbling a little bit, but at least under his own power.
Well, that could be a little bit costly. The Warriors. Frine has been a workhorse. Also does some place-kicking chores, along with David Plofsky.
Now they're back at the Stevenson 42-yard line. It's 4th down and a little bit over 10 yards to go for the first.
That'll be a pickup of 14 yards. And Deerfield going for it on 4th down and 10. 2 men split out to the right side. Back goes Johnson. Throwing long. It is intercepted.
And Stevenson's player, number 46, picked it up, which is Chris Holder. And that'll be the second interception in the game, and this time it goes in the favor of Stevenson.
Well, if you think about it, he probably should have just knocked it down, and they'd have picked up about 20 yards. But Johnson was being rushed. And Stevenson stopped them. This is Robertshaw running with the ball. Robertshaw still on his feet. Robertshaw has some good blocking, and finally he's brought down at midfield by 2 or 3 of the Warriors.
It's Ed Williams, one of the first one who came up to make the stop, and it was Matt Ombre who also came in there. So Stevenson now is fired up with 8:37 time moving. Stevenson here in the second quarter picking up the ball and moving it to their own 49 where it's 1st and 10.
Pickup of 19 yards. Robertshaw to pass. It is complete down to the 44-yard line.
It's Glenn Blaskall, number 88, who got the pass reception that time.
So Robertshaw moving that interception, although they actually would have been better off knocking it down, really fired up the Patriots. Pickup of 5 yards on the play. Make it a pickup of 5.5 yards. And going through the center of the line for a couple of yards is King. Cliff King down to about the 43-yard line. And that'll be all. Patriots come out now with a man split out to the left side. 3rd and 2. Twin set in the backfield. A man split out to the right side now. Johnson to pass, looking over to the sideline, and has a man down at the 42-yard line. It'll be a first down for Stevenson.
That was Byron Cross, number 3. He was tackled by Ed Williams, number 36 for Deerfield. And Stevenson on the move, having made this interception from Deerfield, picking up another first down. There'll be 6 first downs now for Stevenson here in the first half. Now at the Deerfield 36-yard line.
They run from the I with 2 men split out to the right side. Handoff coming through. No, a fake, and it is intercepted by Jeremy Hoffman. It looked like he'd handed off, and then he went and passed, and Jeremy Hoffman intercepts it at the 25-yard line. The second interception for the Warriors today. And that stops a very potent Stevenson drive.
Rob Balder, number 55, put a lot of pressure there on Robert Shaw as he tackled him, or started to tackle him, just as Robert Shaw got the pass off.
So Deerfield will come out after that exchange of interceptions. Murray slotted out to the right side now. Taking a long count. This is Kirsten. Kirsten. Good running room, still not down, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 40, make it the 39-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9 yards for Bill Kirsten.
That was Chuck Adamovic, number 64, in on the tackle.
Clock moving now, 6:08 left to go in the half, and Deerfield wants that one back. They were driving until the interception. Now they slot 2 people out to the left side. And coming across the 45 is Michael Murray. Murray picks up 5 yards on the play.
The second down, the ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line. I take that back, it'll be at the 43-yard line.
Murray the slot man once again. McGill is to Murray, coming around the left side. Murray with good running room. Has the first down, and he's inside the 45-yard line.
Steve Cardinale, number 89, made the final tackle after Murray bounced off several people and finally picked up another Deerfield first down, moving it into Stevenson territory now, down to the 43.
Michael Murray now with 39 yards on the day. Clock still moving with 5 minutes to go. Deerfield certainly would like to get one more on the board. Set up in the power I. Johnson throwing long. He has Slosher. Slosher has it for the touchdown.
Slosher was hit by Jim Neary, number 14, and kind of fell forward about 3 yards right on into the end zone.
Carl Slosher with a 43-yard reception of an Andy Johnson pass, and the Warriors have scored once again.
Deerfield started out on an interception from their own 25-yard line. So a total of 85 yards on that drive.
And David Plofsky with that hombre holding will be set to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And as usually the case with David Plofsky, it's good. Timeout on the field with 4:33 to go in the half. Deerfield 21, Stevenson 7. We'll be back in a minute.
Back at Stevenson High School here in the second quarter with 4:33 to go. Deerfield scoring another touchdown, making it 21-7. And Deerfield will now kick off to Stevenson from the north end of the field. 85 yards. Took 4 different plays As a 75 yards, excuse me.
This is not Canadian football.
Right. And a final pass play, 43 yards, Johnson to Slosher, on in for the touchdown.
David Plofsky, who just kicked his third extra point of the day, is now set to kick off. One man is very deep. It's a high end over end, not going very deep, and it's going to be picked up at about the 15-yard line and hit immediately. Good pass, good coverage there by the Warriors. They didn't want anyone to run it back.
That was Pat Kadishon doing the returning of the kickoff for Stevenson. 21-7 is the score. 1st and 10 for Stevenson now in possession, moving from their own 27-yard line.
They set up with 2 men split out. Robert Shaw keeping the ball. Robert Shaw moving. Good running room. And a flag down. Robert Shaw gets up to the 33-yard line before he stopped.
That was a late flag almost as the action stopped. I wonder if it was
Well, it's going to be against Stevenson.
It's going to be called as holding against Stevenson.
Now let's see what the Warriors want to do. 4:02 left.
So Deerfield has 3 penalties in this game, and the Patriots now have 2. One of them was 15 yards. And this one's going to be marked off as 10 yards. It moves them back to the 21-yard line. So they'll have 35 yards in penalties here in the game, and Deerfield will have 20 yards in penalties.
So the run going for naught. Patriots come out now. They have Cross split out to the right side. Johnson, or rather King. Good fake by Johnson. King's up to the 30-yard line.
Matt Ombre in there to make the tackle, number 11 for the Deerfield Warriors.
So King will pick up 9 yards, as will Stevenson. He's got 33 yards on the day.
Gain of 9, 2nd down and about 6.
Cross split out to the left side now. Back goes Robert Shaw. The pass, and it is complete up at the 35-yard line.
Murray came up to make the tackle on Tyrone Oliver, number 80. Still be short of a first down by about 4 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down for Stevenson.
So Oliver being one of Robert Shaw's favorite receivers. Pickup of 9. Now Cross and Weinberg are split out to the left side. Pitch out. This is Weinberg. And Ed Williams brings him down at the 44-yard line and a flag, and I think Deerfield's going to get called for a face mask.
That's what it is, a face mask against Deerfield. So that'll be 4 penalties against the Deerfield Warriors.
Weinberg has a first down and has a pickup of about 8 yards, and then the penalty.
There goes 5, there's 10, the big 15 gets marked off, so Stevenson on a break, moving the ball up into Deerfield territory at about the 44-yard line on a face mask penalty. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Stevenson.
2:19 left to go. Deerfield leading, but Stevenson threatening. Robert Shaw throwing long. He's got Cross, and it is going to be incomplete. It's actually going to be intercepted. It looked like that Williams was out of bounds. when he caught the ball, but apparently he did catch it, come down with both feet in bounds. And Ed Williams has his second interception of the day. The Warriors will start from their 5-yard line. What a bad break, as Cross was there, but Ed Williams was right where he had to be and took the ball away from Cross.
Well, they were both right there. It was a chance of who was inside, who was going to get it, and that was Williams who got it. So Deerfield deep in their own territory at the 5-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Kirsten still on his feet, almost broke it up to the 32-yard line.
Mark Bliss, number 40, finally tackled him from behind, but he was the only guy after Kirsten dodged around several different tacklers. Puts Deerfield in certainly better position now at the 32.
Bill Kirsten really gets the Warriors out of trouble with that one. And Stevenson having a few problems. The 3rd interception for Robert Shaw today. Twin set in the backfield. Everyone is in tight. Back goes Johnson. Throwing. Has Peter Jones. And it's complete to the 47-yard line.
Peter Jones made a nice reception, diving out in front of him to pick that ball off, going now into Stevenson territory and down to the 48-yard line. The Warriors pick up another first down, 1st and 10. Had 2 first downs now on passing. The rest have been on rushing yardage.
And Andy Johnson is 5 for 6 today. The only one not complete was an interception. Twin set, man slotted out to the right side. Johnson once again. Johnson looking for Kirsten, long. Kirsten has it. Kirsten is down at about the 10-yard line.
Finally tackled by Andy Liu, number 87. Kirsten got it at the 15 and then rolled forward. Looks like they'll spot it at about the 11-yard line of Stevenson.
37-yard pass play. Or 33-yard pass play. That was the 33 they started from. And Andy Johnson has just been burning the Stevenson secondary this afternoon.
37-yard gain on the last pass play. It's the 1st and 10.
31 seconds left. Deerfield with a first down. And I don't know who called the timeout, but both coaches are out on the field. Coach Adams definitely wants this one.
Just 31 seconds remain here in the first half, and Deerfield leading by the score of 21-7. Interceptions have been the key here this afternoon. We've seen 2 interceptions, 3 actually interceptions, 2 of them by Ed Williams for Deerfield and 1 by Jeremy Hoffman. And Stevenson has 1 interception. Holder picked off a pass from Deerfield. And certainly penalties have been a key factor here this afternoon. Deerfield has had 4, some big yardage. About 35 yards marked off against Deerfield. Stevenson likewise has had 25 yards and 2 penalties marked off against them.
Andy Johnson, 6 for 7 and 134 yards today. One of them a touchdown.
Power eye to the right.
And Johnson throws into the end zone. Touchdown to Slasher.
Johnson had lots of time in that backfield.
Did he have time there? He had all day. You could have looked and thought the play was dead. So Johnson with an 11-yard touchdown pass. And Deerfield is on the board once again. And Johnson throws into the end zone. Touchdown to Slasher.
Johnson had lots of time in that backfield.
Did he have time there? He had all day. You could have looked and thought the play was dead. Throws into the end zone. Johnson throws Johnson throws into the end zone. Touch. Into the end zone. Touchdown to Slasher.
Johnson had lots of time in that backfield.
Did he have time there? He had all day. You could have looked and thought the play was dead. So Johnson with an 11-yard touchdown pass. And Deerfield is on the board once again.
Matt Ombre will be in to do the kicking for Deerfield, and David Plofsky will do the extra point conversion. And 23 seconds remain in the second quarter. Deerfield out in front 27-7, would like to make it 28. Snap from Kleiman.
And it's up, and it's good. And Plofsky 4 for 4. The Warriors out in front by a score of 28-7. And Carl Slasher has his second touchdown reception. And Andy Johnson just having an excellent, excellent passing day. He is 7 for 8 and 145 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, that was a key interception by Ed Williams. Deerfield started out back at their own 5-yard line, quickly moved it up to the 32, and then into the Stevenson 48. And it was at that particular point that a long pass from Johnson to Kirsten. Kirsten got it down to the 11-yard line, and then it was Johnson with lots of time on an 11-yard pass into Slosher for the touchdown. It took him just 4 plays to do it. Total of 95 yards. And Deerfield will now kick off from the north end of the field at the 40. And they'll have number 34, Pat Kadishon, the main receiving man, back deep for Stevenson, as the Patriots also have number 44, Cliff King, back there, and Byron Cross, number 3.
Plofsky set the kick. There's the whistle. And he squibs it down the center. And it's picked up on about the 13-yard line. And bringing it back up to the 30-yard line for not bad field position.
That was David File, number 41, receiving the kickoff.
And in on that stop is Rob Balder. Of course, he's there all the time.
Clock continues to run now, just about 10 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Patriots going to be lucky to get this play off, and they don't seem to be in a very big hurry to do so. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I don't think they're going to be set. That'll do it. So the score at the end of the first half is the Warriors 28, the Stevenson Patriots 7. We'll be back in a moment.
Back at Stevenson High School, this is Tom Sheridan along with Barry Axelrod, the IHSA playoff first round game with Deerfield leading Stevenson by the score of 28-7. Stevenson got on the scoreboard first after Deerfield kicked off to them, and it was Ryan Weinberg going on in to make the touchdown, and then the following 4 touchdowns were made by Deerfield, first by Kirsten and then by Andy Johnson, and then 2 passes from Andy Johnson to Carl Slosher, both going in for touchdowns. Some of the unofficial statistics here we'll take a look at as we get going here. We're just about set for the kickoff. Eric Mansholt will do the kicking for Stevenson, the Patriots, and back deep for Deerfield will be Michael Murray along with Jay Frine and Ron Sklar. Murray will do the receiving, takes it back at the 2-yard line. Coming straight up center of the field And he'll be hit behind the 20 at about the 13-yard line.
Well, good coverage by Stevenson on that one. They weren't about to let him run it back. Deerfield out in front by a score of 28-7, but Stevenson still feels very much a part of this game. Tremendous amount of excitement. It seems like the spectators grow in numbers as the game goes on. The Deerfield side, they're lined up all along the sidelines on the north side and wrapping around to the goal line. The stands on both sides are packed.
Murray is split out to the right-hand side. Running play that comes straight through the center of the line. Almost picking up 10 yards on the play, up to about the 25-yard line. Ball being carried by Jay Frine, number 31, and being brought down by Andy Liu.
Frine was injured earlier, but he's back in there now.
First down now at the 25 for Deerfield. Deerfield unofficially had 11 first downs in the first half. Johnson rolling around to the right-hand side, makes a pass, and it gets knocked out of the hands of Michael Murray. Going to be called an incomplete pass. Well, just as he caught the ball.
I think Deerfield got a break on that. He sure had. That's what all the Stevenson fans are yelling. They're saying he had coverage on that, or he had possession of that and control of it, and I'm not so sure I disagree with him. That was a good break for the Warriors.
So that'll bring up second down. Still 10 at the 25. Slot man to the right-hand side. Johnson gets the snap. Handoff goes to Kirsten, coming off of the right tackle position. And maybe he'll pick up a yard on the play. They move it forward actually just inches. So that'll bring up third down, and it's still almost 10 yards to go for the first.
Kirsten now with 91 yards, and I don't think there's been a game this year that he hasn't scored 100. Or run for 100.
I think you're right.
I can't remember,
I can't remember
a game that he
either.
has not gotten at least 100 yards.
And in some cases over 200. Johnson is back to pass, trying to find somebody open, has lots of time. And I believe he got it to Slosher, or are they going to call it incomplete? So Slosher is a little bit slow in getting up at around the 33-yard line. And they are going to call it as a complete pass. Or are they? Well, the sideline marker thought it was completed pass, and he moved, and the officials say no, it isn't.
Good coverage on that. Carl Slosher having 2 touchdown receptions today. And this will be Slosher's first chance to punt today.
Byron Cross and Andy Liu will be back deep for Stevenson. Here's the pass from Kleiman, a little bit high. Slosher gets it off, bounces at the 49, continues to roll back inside the 35, and it'll be touched down at the 31-yard line by Jeremy Hoffman.
So Deerfield, unable to move the ball, has to punt it for the first time in the ball game. And Stevenson will move from the 31, 9:58 left to go in the third quarter. They have Belzer and Cross split out to the right side. I formation.
Pitch out and a roll around the right-hand side over the 35 to the 38-yard line and pushed out of bounds. That's Ryan Weinberg. Over there to make the tackle, Jeremy Hoffman. And also accompanied by Tim Esp. Be short of a first down by 2 yards. That'll move it up to the 39. So starting out from their own 31-yard line. Be second down. Running play. Quarterback keeps it. And he's going to pick up a first down as Robert Shaw moves it up to his own 43.
Nice gain by Stevenson. And Robert Shaw has been moving the ball very well today.
Ball on their own 43.
Be first down and 10.
50 yards on the ground for Craig Robertshaw, the quarterback.
Karras to the right and Cross to the left. Robert Shaw is back to pass. Rolling around to his right-hand side. Going to keep it. Gets into Deerfield territory and down to the 43 where Michael Murray picks up the tackle. So Robert Shaw couldn't find anybody open. And this time he decided to keep it himself and picked up the first down.
Well, Deerfield had good pursuit, but he was able to get away from it. And he now has a first down in Deerfield territory from the 43-yard line.
Two men split out to the left this time, an I formation in the backfield. Robert Shaw fakes a handoff. He brushed off one tackle by Lindsey Knapp.
Knapp was upset at himself because he let him get away from him.
Managed to pick up about 2 yards in the process. Moves it up to the 41-yard line. It'll be second down and 8. So a pickup of 2 yards on the play. David Belzer will be split out to the left along with Byron Cross. Twin set in the backfield. He's back to pass again, rolling to the far side of the field. It's knocked away by Marty Collins, number 75. So Robert Shaw had a pass knocked down. Marty Collins has been over on that side and has been a deterrent to Robert Shaw a couple of times this afternoon. This time he got his hands on it.
Well, I was just going to say that he's been getting good time. At that time, Marty Collins came in and went for the ball instead of for the quarterback.
So it's third down, still moving from the 41. 7:50 to go. We're in the third quarter. 28-7. Stevenson leading, or trailing rather, Deerfield. Shift in the backfield, and they're going to be called for offsides here. Actually, I don't think it was a shift. I think the back started to move.
Well, that's it, and Matt Ombre was pointing at the referee, letting him know, and then by that time, everyone started moving on the Stevenson line.
That'll be 5 yards marked off against Stevenson. And that'll move it back to the 46-yard line. They'll keep the down. So it'll still be third and 13 now. Man split out to the left, Tyrone Oliver, and Cross to the right. Robert Shaw getting a long pass downfield. It's way over the head of Byron Cross, being covered by Michael Murray.
And you can see the Stevenson game plan, but that time it just wasn't enough. And Deerfield has held the Patriots, and they will be kicking. Murray, Kirsten, and Jones going back for the Warriors. Ted Karras will be kicking from about his 40-yard line.
Here's the snap. He gets a kick away from the 45. And Murray will watch it go over his head, and it'll be touchdown at the 5-yard line.
Well, Murray thought for sure, as almost everyone else, that was going into the end zone. He said, I'm going to let it go. They're on top of me. Well, the ball just took sort of a curve and never got quite to the end zone. And Deerfield starting from their 5-yard line. First, they started from their 5-yard line earlier and went 95 yards for a touchdown. That was the last touchdown they scored. So that doesn't exactly intimidate the Warriors.
Slosher at left end and Rudolph at right end. Murray slotted to the right side of Rudolph. Johnson gets the snap. Handoff goes to Kirsten in the backfield. Kirsten will get up to about the 8-yard line. Be stopped at that point.
Karras being the ball carrier, file and the holder of the tackle.
And that'll bring up second down. Be a gain of 2 on the play.
Gain of about 2, second and 8.
Clock continues to run with 6:45 to go here. Third quarter. It's 28-7. Deerfield leading Stevenson in this first round playoff game at Stevenson High School. Murray will be out to the right. Slosher will be wide to the left. And Rudolph stays tight on the right side. And it's the running play that comes into the center and maybe up to the 9-yard line and pushed back about a yard or 2. Deerfield sticking to the ground, but kind of giving an indication that they might be a pass as Gassman gets the ball.
Gassman doesn't get very much. Maybe he gets up to the 9.
The ball carrier. Adam Seaman and Stan
So from starting at the 5-yard line, Deerfield now has third down at their own 9 and have to move past the 14 to pick up the first down. Kirsten will be split out wide to the left this time. And Murray will be slotted behind right tackle. Johnson on a roll around on the far side of the field, keeping the ball himself. Be short of a first down. And should be up to about the 13-yard line.
Now we see a flag down on the far side of the field. I don't know what that's all about. Looks like the Stevenson players are motioning against Deerfield holding. I'm sure they will decline that. Ball spotted on the 9-yard, or maybe it gets up to about the 11.
Well, we'll see where they mark it. It was resting on about the 13, it looks like. But it is holding against Deerfield. It is declined. And so that brings up fourth down. They'll be short by about 2 yards, and Schlosser will be doing the punting for Deerfield.
Deerfield called for illegal use of hands, as you heard the official. Schlosser kicking, and it's blocked.
It goes in the end zone. A touchdown picked up by number 18, Tom McConnell, for Stevenson. And they pick up an easy 6 points.
Well, strange things happen in playoff games. And if that's something that the Patriots need to spark them, they just got it. As Schlosser tried to kick it away, Stevenson went for the block, a perfect play. And they now are fired up and back in this game. They've held the Warriors twice in the second half, and now they've blocked the punt and scored.
28-13, and they'll go for the extra point conversion. Third quarter, 5:24 to go. This will be Craig Robertshaw to do the holding, and Eric Manschultz will do the extra point conversion, and it's going to be good. And it'll be 28-14, and we'll be back with more action on Post Newsweek Cable TV.
When you want to eat out, relax and have fun, there's a place to find something for everyone. Casual dining and quality food. You know it's Blue Folds. Come on in. Blue Folds means friendly service, great food and family fun.
Now with 2 locations, 431 Sheridan Road in Highwood and in the Deerbrook Mall at the corner of Waukegan and Lakewood Road
Come on
in Deerfield.
in, get that Blue Folds feeling now.
Back at Stevenson High School, and Stevenson just scoring a touchdown on a blocked punt by Schlosser, making the score 28-14. And this is Manschultz's kick from the north end, taken by Murray at the 10-yard line. Moves up to the 20 and gets hit there, still on his feet, and finally be brought down by number 67, Robert Grun.
Well, they're going to say that his knee went down at the 10-yard line. So again, the Warriors are starting from the hole. They have not been able to move the ball at all in this third quarter. They still have the lead 28-14. The Warriors, you know, are a big play team, and let's see what Coach Adams has in store right now. Patriots are fired up after that blocked punt, and now they've got Deerfield back deep.
They started out previously at the 5-yard line and couldn't move it, suffering a penalty in the process. Johnson has Kirsten on the far side of the field, picks up a first down, gets pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and was hit by, looks like number 62, Adam Seaman, for the Stevenson Patriots.
Well, that's a good run for Bill Kirsten. Now they're going to say he was out at the 25-yard line, so there'll only be a 15-yard gain.
So they'll have it 1st and 10 from that point.
Gives Kirsten 109 yards for the day.
Moving from the far side marker Handoff that comes straight through the center of the line. It's Murray, I believe, this time, who is up to the 37-yard line.
And that ought to give Deerfield a first down.
It was Gassman that time who was carrying the ball. And it is another first down for the Warriors. So
Pick
this
up
time,
11.
moving from their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Johnson on another handoff that comes off of right guard. Probably about a 2-yard pickup, maybe 3 this time. And it looked like Jay Frine was carrying the ball. Number 31 be spotted just inside the 40 at the 39. It'll bring up 2nd down. Call it about a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Kirsten, coming into this ball game, was the 6th leading rusher in the Chicago area as you measure it by yardage.
Staying on the ground is Kirsten, but he's over the 50, picks up a first down and down to the 48 of Stevenson. So Deerfield getting out of the hole this time. The last time when Stevenson had kicked to Deerfield, it was touched down at the 5 after Murray thought it was going to go into the end zone. They used up their 4 downs and tried to punt it away to Stevenson, and the punt was blocked, and Stevenson got a touchdown off of it. So now Deerfield this time moving from center field at the 48, 1st and 10. Johnson on a handoff to Murray, trying to swing around to the left-hand side, and it'll get past the line of scrimmage by about 2 yards and being picked off by Craig Robertshaw, who's the quarterback, and he's playing defense.
So Deerfield now with a 2nd down and 9, actually picked up 2 yards on that. Call it 2nd and 8. Scoreboard operator here not quite as generous as we might be.
Marking it from the 47. 2:50 to go, 3rd quarter, 28-14. Deerfield leading. Johnson hands off to Kirsten. Kirsten sweeping around the right-hand side on the far side of the field. Still on his feet at around the 20 and gets pushed out of bounds inside the 20, maybe down to the 13.
Well, the official standing right on the 15 where he went out of bounds. So a nice pickup for Bill Kirsten as he moves from the 47 down to the 15. 32 yards.
And that'll stop the clock as they set the ball with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Deerfield breaks out of their huddle, and the officials weren't quite ready, so they go back again. Now they're set. John Kleiman out of the huddle first at center. Dan Rudolph at the right end position. Carl Schlosser at left end. Murray, Kirsten in the backfield along with Frine. Frine lines up between right guard and right tackle. Kirsten gets the ball, and now he does move down to about the 13. About a 3-yard gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Deerfield moving well on this series of downs.
Deerfield rushed for 169 yards in the first half against 97 for Stevenson, and passed for 145 for a total of 314 yards. Stevenson passing for 70 yards.
Gassman this time lined off behind right guard. And the play going off that side.
That was Murray.
Murray is inside the 10 and about a yard short of a first down.
Down to the 6.
So 3rd and 1 from the Stevenson 6. Frine in there this time along with Murray and Kirsten. And Frine lines up between right tackle and right guard. Johnson gives it to Murray. Murray down inside the 5 to about the 2, it looks like, from this point. And being tackled by number 82, Chad Schmidt for Stevenson. And that'll be a first down for the Warriors. So it'll be 1st and goal for Deerfield. Gassman's in there this time, slotted on the right side of the line. Johnson hands off to Gassman. It's going to be close. No excitement shown by anybody, so I don't think he's in. And
Apparently he was stopped right about at the 1-yard line.
That'll bring up second down. And real close to that goal line.
Second down and goal.
Just about 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Deerfield would like to get in. It's 28-14, their favor. This time it's Kirsten, and Kirsten's going to have it.
Kirsten going over from the 1. And he scores his second touchdown of the game, and coming at a very opportune time for the Warriors. And so the Warriors, not undaunted by the blocked punt, have come back to score in the third quarter with just seconds to go.
They used up most of 5 minutes to do that. Took them 11 plays and moved from their own 10-yard line. Matt Ombre will hold. David Plofsky will do the kicking. Climb and snap is good. And the kick is up, and it's good also. So with 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter, it'll be Deerfield 35 and Stevenson 14. More action coming up on Post Newsweek Cable TV.
24 seconds left in the third quarter.
It started.
Back at Stevenson High School, it's 35-14. The IHSA playoff first round game on Post Newsweek Cable TV. This is Tom Sheridan with Barry Axelrod. Our statistician Richard Levy is on assignment today. Kickoff by Deerfield from the 40 towards the north, and taken at the 13-yard line by Pat Kadishon, and he'll get up to the 25. So it'll be 1st and 10 from that point.
Greg Krivetian on that stop. And 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Should add that our spotter, Rebecca Axelrod, is also on assignment today. She's in school.
As she should be. David Belzer split out to the left, and Byron Cross is also split out to the left. King gets it, and Murray will make the tackle, but not before he gets up to the 33-yard line. Cliff King, 185 pounds and 6'1", driving forward, and that'll end the third quarter with the score remaining 35-14. Deerfield in the lead, and we'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter of action after this brief timeout. Start of the fourth quarter of action. Final 12 minutes of the game, where it's Deerfield 35 and Stevenson 14.
They split 2 men out to the left side. And back behind the line of scrimmage, Cross coming back for the pitch out is dropped. That'll be a loss of about loss more than that, about 9 yards.
Well, Byron Cross slipped up in the turf. In fact, it almost looked as if it were intended for Ryan Weinberg. And definitely a broken play, whichever way you look at it. Turns out to move it back to third down from the 25-yard line.
Men split out left and right now. Back goes Robert Shaw, has a man and a first down up at the 40-yard line. Cross, who lost 9 yards on the previous play, picks up 11 yards and a first down.
Now they're at the 40 in Stevenson territory. Patriots split 2 men out to the left, and Belzer and Cross.
Lone setback, fake, and now the pass is complete. Up across the 50, down to the 47, complete to Glenn Bascal.
Well, that was a nice fake this time by the quarterback, Robert Shaw. and even had some of the Deerfield defensive men jumping up, hoping to block it or knock it away. And then he turned to his right, and he found Baskell open.
Cross split out to the left side now. Back goes Robertshaw, hit as he throws, and it is complete to Baskell at the 40-yard line. It'll be short of a first down.
Stevenson moving nicely on this series of downs here. Now at the Deerfield 40, and second down, about 3 yards to go for the first. Just under 10:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Now Baskell split out to the left side along with Cross, and the give up the middle is to King. King still on his feet, and King still on his feet. It took 3 guys to bring him down, and he's inside the 10-yard line.
Well, Hoffman missed him, and Tim S. missed him, and then finally was tackled at the 8-yard line, so that was a beautiful run by King. And another first down for Stevenson, and deep in Deerfield territory.
Winsett in the backfield now. Pitch out to Weinberg on the right side. He's coming across. He's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Weinberg did some nice fancy footwork and scooted past Mad Hombre and then went on in.
Well, with 9:49 left to play, Stevenson is not about to give up. They're not going to roll over for the Warriors. Weinberg with a 9-yard touchdown run. And this game has had a lot of everything.
Took 2 minutes and 44 seconds and about 6 plays to put it in.
Manschult's kick is up. Looks good. And it is. So don't go away, folks. Deerfield leads now by a score of 35-21. And we've had a lot of everything. Deerfield moving the ball well. Stevenson sort of fell apart after they scored a touchdown, but they blocked the punt. Deerfield came back to go ahead or to keep it at 3 touchdowns. And now Stevenson has come back, and I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick here. They'd certainly like to keep this momentum going.
Well, penalties have been a factor, of course, in this game also. But really, the blocked punt resulted in a Stevenson touchdown, and now they've gone on in once again and will kick off from the south end of Deerfield.
And Schultz to kick off. And he boots a long end-over-end spiral that is going to, it looked like it was going to fall down at the 1-yard line. Kirsten let it go into the end zone. So Deerfield will come out and start from the 20-yard line.
One of the kicks by Stevenson did stop, in fact, at the 5-yard line after Murray thought it was going to go into the end zone and didn't. And that was where Deerfield ran out of 4 downs and punted, and that's where Stevenson picked up one of their touchdowns. So it looked like it might have even happened this time, but it did go in, so it'll be out at the 20.
Warriors come out now. Kirsten slotted to the right side. Kirsten trying to turn the corner, has some running room. Looked like he was stopped back at the 20-yard line. In fact, looked like he was stopped at the 18. But he gets up to about the 25-yard line.
Andy Gigani was one of the guys that slipped off the back of the legs of Kirsten, and Tim McConnell, or Tom McConnell rather, was over there on the far side. I think finally made the tackle.
And there's a penalty flag down.
And I think it may be against Stevenson. They were talking to Murray, and they're marking the yardage off against Stevenson.
Now that'll be a big break for the Warriors.
15-yard walk-off against Stevenson.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty against Stevenson. So they'll have 45 yards in penalties marked off in this game.
A official, you may have heard him. First down. for the Warriors on a face mask. Going right up the middle is Gassman. Gassman across midfield down to the 47-yard line.
That was a nice run by Gassman. Certainly picked up needed yardage.
15 big yards for the Warriors.
So they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 48. 9:15 to go in the game. It's 35-21. Deerfield leading.
Full backfield. Kirsten. Kirsten with a lot of running room. He's fighting his way down to the 40-yard line.
Kirsten just kept bouncing off of anybody who was in front of him and kept sweeping outside to do it.
Kirsten with 154 yards today and 2 touchdowns.
He picked up about 8 yards on that one and moved it down to the 40. Well, they're going to mark it at the 41.
Second down 2. Ball on the Patriots 41.
And they run with a full house backfield. Kirsten once again. Kirsten has the first down. Across the 37 down to the 36.
Kirsten, the ball carrier. Holder, Lou, and Giganti on the tackle.
Pick up a 4 yards for the Warriors.
And 10, Deerfield.
And the Warriors undaunted by a score by Stevenson. Keep coming right back and playing their game. 8:05 left to go. First round playoff action at Stevenson High School. Power eye to the right. Murray from the fullback position. Murray gets about 3 or 4 yards down to the 31.
I think that it'll be, from where they're going to mark it, should be almost a 6-yard gain. It'll be down to about the 32. Brings up second down for the Warriors. Patriots trying to hold him as Deerfield continues to mark off the yardage and the time on the clock.
Full house backfield. Kirsten coming around the left side. Doesn't get anywhere, and a flag down over on the far side of the field at the 30-yard line. And I didn't see anyone else blocking. Looks like a face mask against Deerfield. Well, that's going to erase that and move that all the way back.
That'll be a 15-yarder marked off. That'll be 5 penalties against Deerfield.
It's going to move the ball back to about the 45-yard line. Well, and only the 40-yard line. 10-yard penalty.
10 instead of 15.
Does that mean he didn't grab all of the face mask?
I don't know what that means.
Second down and 14.
That's 45 yards in penalties marked off against Deerfield.
Slot man to the right side is Murray. Murray coming around the left side. Murray with good running room and a lot of momentum has the first down to the 25-yard line. So 15 big yards for Michael Murray.
Well,
and he's got 75 yards today. And Robert Shaw, who was injured on the play, and he's limping off.
And he plays both offensively and defensively. And so that'll hurt at their quarterback position. First down for Deerfield, moving from their Stevenson 25.
Well, we're not going to say that that's going to make it life any easier for Stevenson. 6:57 to go. And he's been reasonably effective. They have had a couple of other quarterbacks warming up on the sidelines. Rick Smith is warming up right now, has been for the last couple of minutes. Deerfield with a first down from the 25.
Deerfield from the Patriot 25.
Murray slotted to the right side. Kirsten, first man through. Kirsten still on his feet. Kirsten is going to go into the end zone,
But
and a
there's
flag.
A couple of flags, in fact. One was thrown shortly after the play got off, and then there was a secondary flag that came down.
Well, see what that's all about. So that may not be a touchdown. Kirsten got off really quickly. Face mask once again against the Warriors. Not only does it push them back further, it nullifies the touchdown.
Well, two nice running plays by Deerfield. Certainly that one by Kirsten, which could have been a touchdown from the 25. And then a nice run after the 10-yard penalty before that.
And there you see Robert Shaw being worked on. Looks like his ankle.
Moves it back to the 28-yard line. This will be another 10 that they marked off.
That'll be first down as the touchdown is nullified. The ball on the 27-yard line. First and 14. Slot man to the right side. This time they give to Gassman. Gassman across the 25 down to about the 23.
So it'll be second down and 7. And time moving away in the clock, 6:15 to go. Deerfield's had possession here for almost 4 minutes.
You might have seen Robert Shaw jumping around, trying to convince everyone that he's all right to come back in the game. 6:01 left to go. Johnson keeping the ball. And he gets down close to the first down, but I don't think he's got it.
Johnson's been a key factor a number of times when Deerfield trying to shuffle the plays in the backfield. Has allowed Johnson to sweep to the outside and has managed to pick up first downs that way, but he'll be short by about 5 yards this time, moving from the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Deerfield hasn't thrown a pass in the second half here. Correction, they did in the first series of downs. Murray slotted to the right side. Gassman tripped up as he comes across. I don't believe he has the first down. He's going to be about 2 yards short.
So that brings up fourth down now for the Warriors inside the 20-yard line at the 18 of the Patriots. Carl Schlosser had come in briefly. Now he's going back out, so Deerfield is going to go for it. They won't punt.
4th and 2. Kirsten has the first down, still on his feet. He's inside the 10-yard line.
So Kirsten makes it first and goal for the Warriors, and they're going to spot it at the Patriots just inside the 10. We'll call it about the 9-yard line. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. 35-21, Warriors leading.
They come out now. Power eye to the right. Gassman across the 5. Gassman probably down to the 4-yard line where it'll be second and goal. Gassman 64 yards today.
I was going to say Robert Shaw is coming into the defense now, taking Jim Neary's place, who had taken Robert Shaw's place when he was injured a little bit earlier.
And we don't have a sheet that says what year they're in. I suspect Robert Shaw is a senior. And the way things look, this could be his last game. Power eye to the right once again. Kirsten in for the touchdown. Bill Kirsten scores his 3rd touchdown of the day from 6 yards out.
Score now, Warriors 41, Patriots 21.
And Deerfield now leads by a score of 41-21. As Plofsky is in once again for the extra point. So with 3:32 left in the third quarter, or in the game, Bill Kirsten has put the Warriors on top and probably put the game out of reach. They get set up now. Kick is up. It's good. So Kirsten, who had a touchdown call back moments ago, scores. Plofsky makes the score 42-21. Post-Newsweek Cable, Deerfield Warrior football. Playoffs. We'll be back in a moment.
When you want to eat out, relax and have fun, there's a place to find something for everyone. Casual dining and quality food. You know it's Blue Folks. Come on in. Blue Folks means friend.
Enjoy yourself.
Drugs are rammed up.
Very best medicine. Tonight.
The female fiddler crab.
Cover premiere of the
Dana Plato is...
It's feeling down.
We're back at Stevenson High School in Prairie View, and it's a little quiet on the Stevenson side of the field as Deerfield has just scored. Rob Balder now goes out of the lineup after playing a good game, and Vic Emmon comes in as Plofsky boots a low one, end over end, picked up on about the 10-yard line. Lots of running room. Lots of running room, and finally, Jeremy Hoffman.
That was Kadishon on a nice run back. Got him over the 30-yard line of the Patriots and to the 32.
Well, Deerfield's had two teams break one on them this year, Waukegan East and Waukegan East broke two on kickoffs. Waukegan West broke one. Run from the eye, split man to the left. Back goes Robert Shaw. Plenty of room now. He's caught from behind. Vic Emmon and Marty Collins made him a sandwich.
Lindsey Knapp, number 79, also in there, helping on that tackle. Loss of 2 on the play. Second down, moving from the 30 this time.
Chuck Culbertson comes into the lineup in the secondary position. Robert Shaw to run, has a blocker, and then he's hit at the 34-yard line.
It's Matt Ombre who hit him pretty hard, too.
And they'll mark his progress up to the 36-yard line.
Be third down and just about
five.
Long 5.
Robert Shaw, and he's brought down for a loss back at the 34-yard line.
Lindsey Knapp just grabbed onto his shirt and hung on and spun him around. And brings up fourth down from the 35. And it should be about 6 yards to go for the first. Minute and 35 to go in the game.
Fourth down. No kick here. Back goes Robert Shaw, being pursued. Throws, it's complete to Belzer, or rather to Baskell. And Baskell looks like he's got a first down up at the 44-yard line.
That's the kind of thing that Deerfield would usually do on a fourth down rather than punting, as we saw in the series of downs before this, and it paid off for the Patriots from their own 44, first and 10.
Man split out to the left side. Back goes Robert Shaw. Plenty of time. Throwing long. Has someone down. And it is complete. To Cross. And Cross is going to have a touchdown. With 52 seconds left, Robert Shaw throws a 55-yard touchdown pass. And there are some happy people on this side of the field, at least for the moment. Byron Cross, the recipient, had the receiver beat.
Central attempting the point after.
Kick is up. And it's good. So with 52 seconds left, the score...
Yards total, and Stevenson 320. Deerfield had 7 passes, 10 completions, and 10 passes and 21 completions for Stevenson. 3 interceptions for Deerfield, picking off Stevenson, and 1 Deerfield pass was intercepted. 7 penalties for 65 yards against Deerfield, 5 penalties for 50 yards against Stevenson. No fumbles this afternoon, and 1 punt by Deerfield for 33 yards and 2 punts by Stevenson for about a 40-yard average this afternoon.
Well, the Warriors move on in the playoffs. They win their first playoff game of the season, and Stevenson, they've got everything to be proud of. Their first time in postseason play, and they did a very admirable job. We'll be back with you at our next game, which will be this Saturday, but we don't know where it's going to be. So check the papers, and we don't know who it's going to be against either, because we don't know the score of the other game. And the playoff system is a little bit complicated. Nevertheless, the Warriors are victorious today.
Want to thank our sponsors in this afternoon's game. Bufo's Restaurant at 431 Sheridan Road.